Hit music.
Hit music. Hit music.
Max FM.
It's 15 minutes past 11 o'clock right now. Absolutely love that record that just played. Bloody Civilian, How to Kill a Man. Normally, right now, we'd be having wordplay on the radio, but we had to take a break from regular programming to bring to you one of the finest interviews on the radio. This one I'm so excited about. Someone that I'm a huge fan of. If you listened to the show last week on New Music Review, we kept gushing about our project.
How exceptional and unique she is.
Exactly. Exactly. We're talking about none other than Bloody Civilian.
She's in a beautiful about now, Legacy City, and of course, we're about to have a great conversation. Everybody's a fan of this very very talented woman right here. She's beautiful, phenomenal, talented, and unique. Yes. And we're not saying this because we're capping. No, we don't cap here. We keep it real like that. There's a reason why my name is Real Skillz. If it's what it is, I say it. If it's not, people will just be like, I don't like that guy. But it's great to have you dealing with us, by the way. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for having me here.
We're so excited to have you here.
Yeah, well, she's calm. She's just calm. She's calm.
You didn't expect her to be calm?
No, for someone who is very bodacious, the way she makes music, the statement that she makes via music, I'm like, okay, I'm gauging that.
Is it the first time you're hearing something like this? Do people see you and expect you to be all over the place?
Yes, all the time.
So this demeanor is like a shock to a lot of people.
Yes, they're really expecting something grand, and it's like
it's not even the grand
anticlimax.
It's not even the grand part. Calmness can be grand too. You're grand in your calmness. But then some some people will be like, oh, like she's someone that would just come to and be like, yes, I'm here. Like, yes.
She has that aura. She doesn't need to speak or do much. She has that aura already.
With the calm.
Anyway, let's talk about the music. Let's talk about, first of all, our introduction to you. The first time that I heard about you personally was on the Black Panther project. We were talking about the Nigerians who made it to the project, and then I heard your name and I was like, okay, I don't even know her, but this is actually really good. So let's start off with how you were able to bag something that huge, as an emerging artist in the Afrobeat scene.
It's like the dream starts.
Yeah, like you started from the top.
I skipped a couple of steps.
So how did that happen?
Yeah, so I mean, at the time, I was already doing content online, and they were pretty much looking, because of like what they were doing with the album. It was meant to like elevate Black women, and so they wanted to incorporate that into the way they were creating the album. So there was a prompt to find female producers, and I got referred to them. So that's how that happened.
Who referred you?
Yes.
Who referred you?
I was referred to them by the organizers. I don't really know the full name of the group of people. But
okay.
They had people on ground who organized the camp.
Right.
I got referred by them.
That is so huge. Like, congrats on that, because that's such a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
Big deal.
It's so huge. But then, like, you as a producer and you as a singer, how do you balance that? Like, do you produce for other people? Or
Producing for other people is something I'm not currently doing, but I hope to do it in the future. Okay. Right now, I'm actually, I guess, prioritizing my career, and it kind of goes hand in hand. I think I have a harder time kind of freestyling. I'm not a freestyler. I'm pen to paper.
Okay.
So I feel like, yes, my musicality goes hand in hand with my production. I can't see it any other way. Really.
Okay. So you can't see someone else producing for you in the nearest future?
Like, I can give you an example. I've been trying in recent times, but it's harder to write when you haven't composed. Composition is a whole different thing, and I feel like I definitely have to compose the music that I'm.
So a normal Bloody Civilian record now, like, how long? Okay, let's go play some music. There's no time, but when we come back, I want to know how long it takes Bloody Civilian to make a record.
Yeah.
So let's go play this one off of her debut EP, Anger Management.
This is an interesting thing I'll talk about.
I tell you.
This sound.
Yeah, that's true. I put it on 1-2B, so 1-2B messages me. Supposed to call me or something like
Please, can we move a chair to this point of it? Sorry.
But like
Sorry.
this is too low, don't you think? We need to have the ambience.
Okay, yeah, sure. You can turn it over a bit. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm alive.
Yeah.
I'm using same mic. The headphones aren't gonna extend any further than this. Yeah.
Better.
And it's okay.
Better. Is it better? So he has a coronavirus. So
Yeah.
that's just
Speaking of breakfast,
I want to bring this stand.
Hit music all day. Hit music.
A mother's love is unconditional. Nothing serves this love better than a bowl of Indomie. So, show some love with Indomie.
Oh boy, this your coffee. Baba, don't drink this entire. Some medication? No, nah. It's not good. Hospital money no be here. When they tell us AXA Mansard Health Plan. That's right. With the Airtel AXA Mansard Health Bundle, you get access to a doctor, medication, and hospital cover up to 100,000 naira. Dial *141*44# now to select the plan that suits you. Airtel, the smartphone network.
So, we went on the streets to ask people how they love Nescafe Multi.
This multi, that's sweet, oh!
I love it. Love it. Love it. Whoever added Multi Nescafe is a genius.
The way the coffee taste, they mix with the sweet creaminess and the malt taste, it not get maize.
See, I beg, if you want great me now have a great multi-day.
Well, you've heard it live and direct. Start your day with a Nescafe Multi every day. And have a great multi-day. Start strong. Finish strong. Nescafe.
Attention secondary school graduates, parents, and working professionals seeking to enroll into a university. Miva Open University is admitting students for September 2023, and you only need WAEC or NECO results with 5 including math and English. We offer degrees in highly sought-after fields that are in high demand within the job market. Application is free, and you can get 40% discount on tuition fees when you apply early. Apply now at www.miva.university. Miva Open University is licensed by the National Universities Commission.
Somebody give me some Cera. Yeah, I want my Cera. Golden penny noodles. Yeah, that's why I get my Cera.
Golden Penny Noodles now available in chicken flavor, jollof chicken flavor, goat meat pepper soup flavor, and jollof hot flavor. Nationwide, Golden Penny Noodles at 111.
Golden penny noodles. Yeah, that's what
Need a customized account with zero bank charges, smooth banking, no stress. Choose the partner that enables limitless possibilities. Free transfer to other banks, free ATM card, and delivery. Download Parallax
so don't
Bank
forget the
app
document.
now.
This is my also something on my phone. Protect my memory that we have this and this is how it's supposed to go up. So just for that, forget the document I needed. So I gotta go back to my Well, my blood series right in the building with us, and of course, yes, she's here. With a unique self, in a powerful, grace, and she's powerful in her silence. If not, I mean, in a calm, The last time, I heard someone make music the way she does, and then I finally met the person. The person was like, the way Divine does. Leave it. I'm here. Your shoe shine. Your face show. Like I'm like, and then I expected the same thing, with Bloody, but she's right. Just powerfully calm and beautiful with us, and we're having a conversation about the music. Let's get back to it about now. Yes,
Yeah. So she was about to tell us how many minutes or how many days or maybe months it even takes her to make a proper body civilian record. So let's talk about Mad Apology that just played right now before we went on the ad break. So how long did it take you to make that song? I mean, writing, producing, everything.
It didn't take that long from what I feel. It's not like I was tracking, but it doesn't feel like this one I took time to make. Because this was a very fast one.
Let's say
How
fast.
many
How fast?
It's not hours. It's probably like, because I don't work at a stretch, because I don't have focus. But
Really?
no.
That is actually very shocking. I thought you
Yeah, like
keep
I'll just pick it up, do 20 minutes, 10 minutes, and drop it and disappear.
disappear to
So
do
it
what
take
now?
some time. Other things. Like, I'll probably open another file, to be honest. Like I work on several songs at the same time. I don't really finish
one first.
one.
Interesting.
Okay.
How did you find your sound though? Like, because you're someone that you have a sound, like I said, that is unique to you. You're refreshing in your sound. You're owning your own sound. You don't sound like anybody. You have your own, sonic direction. And then people will ask the question, how did you find it, and what were the influences towards you, finding your sound, as Bloody Civilian?
I think finding my sound just happened over time, because I had an early start on really finding my own musicality. I've been making beats since I was 14. So I pretty much just used to play around with stuff and software, and mostly when I was serving punishment in school. And I did a lot of that, so I had enough time
Are you
to
serious?
really just be in my laptop in boarding school. So I think now over the years it's just happened kind of like on its own, where I just try things, I see what I like, and I hyper focus on the things I like, and I move away from the things I don't really feel.
Okay, but then you said you started producing at 14. How did you even get into that? Because at 14, I don't even think I was thinking of making beats. So how did you even think that was something that you would be able to do?
Yeah, so I actually, funny enough, didn't know what I was doing was production. So I just had this app that my cousin had put on my laptop,
Okay.
and I was just playing around with it, but I didn't know that I was making beats. I didn't know the concept
Well,
of
at this point, you
production.
knew you could sing, Sha.
Yeah, I love to sing and write
Okay,
songs, but I
okay.
didn't know I was producing. So it was another producer that kind of listened to the stuff I was making, and he was like, "You're producing music, and you should probably take this very seriously, because if you play this much,
At this
there's a lot
age.
there's a lot of potential." So that's when I started to take it seriously. But it just happened on its own.
So basically, you started very early, but then it was recently you had your first performance. So now that makes me think you knew you were going to do music, even all the while you went
Way
studying
back
engineering in
in
school and
school, yeah.
everything. So why did it take you so long to try to perform in front of an audience? Because it was really shocking for me personally when you tweeted that it was the first time ever that you were going to be performing in front of that kind of audience.
So I said my first show in Lagos. I
In
had,
Lagos.
yeah, in Abuja I performed a couple times, in different places, because I think that's the backbone of any music profession in Abuja. Most people are performing artists, not really recording artists. Most
Really,
people,
in Abuja?
So I would perform original music, but I would do shows a lot. That's the kind of city Abuja is, and I heard PVH is similar. So that's pretty much.
Okay, so thank you for clarifying, because it was very shocking for me when I said it was your first performance. I was just her first in Lagos. See how we can make some mistakes.
Yeah.
Man, I just go for another breather. Let's go play another record from Bloody Civilian right now. And when we come back, we're going to talk about this anger management thing.
Yes,
we're going to touch on it properly, because that's a very, very interesting name for an EP. But let's listen to some good music right now.
So this is my favorite song on the EP.
Stop confusing
Wow.
me.
Yeah, after this one,
Saying this one,
it's
saying that,
family
saying this
Family
one.
meeting.
outright. So this was what we were doing on the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
This, I don't know, this thing is pointless because nobody's
I
outside.
saw it on
We
YouTube.
raised it up. That's why I had to raise
There was
this
a
mic.
guy I know
That's
that
why
was
this is
here.
not what
Chinonso.
Yes, I
Yeah.
saw that. I saw that last night. Like it just came up on my YouTube.
Really?
Yeah.
Why
I
did you
think so.
raise this
I
one?
didn't know it was
I,
out.
because I was about to
When I
tell you
raised this
I've
one
seen
too,
it
the
before.
AC is picking the
That's
picking the
probably
hum.
Something show. Okay.
That's
I was like, what's going on?
This place.
Sorry, I was
First of all,
adjusting
so I
something
had to
on their mic.
like, I
Their
listened
mic
to
was
project.
bad.
Sorry,
Yeah.
this
I got to
Yeah,
family
what's up?
meeting. I replayed
one
I got
Yes,
the song. I
we all
replayed this
think
particular
I
one. Then I
saw
put it
it.
again. Like listen to the project again.
That's
But
okay,
it's so
Nigeria.
good.
Thank you.
So good.
Thank you.
Okay, well, let's show like that.
I like to shout.
They're not-
Because Age Road has a very deep voice. It
That pop
sounding
was that
better
for sure not true like that.
No, that pop came out.
Because this they all offer it over the point.
Now radio with this, it's not too big.
I mean, don't see the
I had to raise that mic up because so I lowered that one. There's a reason why I didn't lower down. I picked the hum from the AC. I tried it and then I
even get
reduced it back.
At the end of the day, people can only
Welcome to
do
the
that.
radio world.
When I released
Nobody
this one,
listening now have an idea what's happening in the studio.
when I
It was like interference issues.
Yes,
talk about it
yes.
after.
Yeah, I need to observe outside. I know it's not you hear.
I'm observing from my headphones.
What you hear here is different.
I am meant to be.
Even at the
Three
point,
ways.
Debbie said she had to come here.
I saw that Debbie saw what was
It's
up
a-
already.
From the outfit, I'm hearing
She's a
outside.
calm person. She's a calm person.
On
So
YouTube.
the way
That's why
exactly.
I said I needed to come
Am I
here.
sure?
You
I'm
guys
not
just-
the focus. She's
There's
the
a reason
focus,
this one I
please.
raised it. The
No,
reason
you
why I
can't
raised
raise
it.
it. This
She wasn't
That
pitching when I
was
raised
now,
it.
please.
She was not
Later.
pitching. When I raised it, she was not pitching. She was clear and full.
Later.
And there's a reason why I would have put it back
This
after the
is
interview.
That's okay.
Whether na POS, transfer, or QR code, pay first by fair money, full ground. Nothing like network failure or PO.
If you're just tuning in right now, trust me when I say that you have missed out on a whole lot. We've got Bloody Civilian with us in the studio, and we're streaming live on YouTube, matter of fact. So head over there right now at Max FM Nigeria to watch what's going on in the studio. And we said when we come back, we're going to take the conversation fully to the anger management EP.
Yeah,
let's talk about that. Why anger management as the title of your debut EP?
When I put the songs together and I just like took a step back and looked at the topics, I felt that that name would be appropriate to kind of immediately give people an idea of what to expect on the EP.
Right. So the songs led you there. You didn't lead us. You didn't lead us there with the theme already in your head beforehand.
No.
So how many songs did you record before you finally arrived at the ones that made it to the EP?
Well, I mean, this is my first EP out, so it's honestly like I can't imagine how many songs I have. Been making music all my life, so it was a lot of stuff.
How many songs?
I can't even. How many songs do I have? Well, so when I was graduating high school, I had books of songs that I left with. I had about 300 and something completed songs.
Wow.
At that time.
That's crazy.
So and between then and now, I feel like I make music like
every 2 days. That's fair.
So it means you probably right now have altogether probably like
over
2,000 songs like that by like.
I can't try. I have laptops, hard drives, more hard drives.
Wow.
But what's the oldest song on the EP?
Okay, so it started off as some of I'll say it was like 6 years.
6 years.
Okay.
Are you serious?
What song was that?
Come from the lines I wrote them ages ago. It was on another tune.
And you had to reproduce and all that.
Yeah. So for this EP, honestly, I feel like you can really just production is just your way to make anything fit to the time, but if your lyrics are good enough, they should be timeless.
True that, because it's your message. Being 10 years ago, or 5 years ago, or probably in the next 5 years, as well. It's always that message come from the inside of your thoughts. And I want to take you back a bit. For someone whose mom is a medical doctor and your dad is an engineer too. Like, when you decided it was music, what was that? That period like? What was the vibe from them when you chose music at that point?
It was mixed feelings. I feel like what Nigerian parents tend to do when they're not going to, like in my case, my parents didn't really like keep leg for me, but they weren't going to help. So
help in what way?
Like financially, it was just more like,
do you or go to school?
Yeah, exactly. So hence, things, being like, every time I get asked this question, I don't know really what to say. But they supported me as things started to okay. I had to really do a lot of teaching.
Just to convince them as well.
Exactly.
But then production-wise, how did you find production? How did you learn to produce as good as you are?
So I guess when the producer that kind of like discovered the stuff that I was making suggested that I should switch apps and go into a software that was like better. So I started with FL.
Oh,
and then,
Philips.
Yeah, FL, and then I eventually learned how to use Logic, and now I kind of interchange between the two.
So how many instruments can you actually play?
I feel like I learned all as a kid. Like we were forced to learn keyboard, and I taught my parents.
They forced me.
It's not. I feel the word is nudge. Like
They forced you.
No, she chose to use force. No,
Yeah,
I'll
it
go
was
with
kind of
nudge.
that same lesson teacher setting, so I don't think I have another choice. But yeah, we did that as kids, and then I, taught myself guitar.
So you can play keyboard and guitar.
Not really professional level, but just enough to songwrite and enough to produce.
And then looking at your EP was just you doing you, like just you serving you. But I'm pretty sure also that there are music artists out there, especially maybe the new cats. Let's talk about the new cats. That are really doing their thing right now, and you feel like you love that. You're still laughing about that new cat. So by the way, I'm the in between cats. But let's conversation for another day. But the new artists, who are doing it right now. Who are those people? You did one with Rema on the Wakanda Forever album already. Which other artists are you really looking to really tap with and create something together?
There's so many people.
So give me your top three.
So like, okay, I want to work with
in no particular order, don't worry. Just the first three that comes to mind.
Yeah. Okay, so I'd love to work with Asake, Shea. I'd love to work with Ara. I'd love to work with
Are you serious? Portable?
Portable, yes.
Wait.
Really?
When you said Ashake,
that was even shocking.
It was shocking, but then Portable is wow. Okay.
What do you think? What do you think is going to sound like?
Let her hold that talk. You come and tell us.
I mean,
that.
People should I don't look at kind of people listen with the vibes.
Yeah.
If you listen to his vocals, he reminds me of Cera, but
hold
less
on.
English.
We'll come and dissect this properly. Let's get back into the music and we'll be back in a bit, yo.
That's very.
This is my station. Max FM. My music. I love it.
Some like it hot, some like it cold. Some like it in the mug, some like it on the road. That's right. Whatever your hustle, stay refreshed and ready with the creamy, great tasting new Nescafe ready to drink. It comes in a convenient pack with a straw, so you can enjoy it anywhere, anytime. No
Right, Bloody Civilian is in the house with us right about now. We're having a very interesting conversation about the brand new EP, Anger Management, which is out everywhere. And like I said a while ago, everybody's a fan of Bloody Civilian. I'm pretty sure I'm speaking the minds of probably 95% of the populace, because the music is actually that dope, that unique, that refreshing. And just a while ago, we were talking about something, and she mentioned Portable Cera, like the list of people that she would like to work with.
Very shocking.
Like, how do you plan to balance, creating the sound, with Portable? Like, I'm pretty sure as a producer, you already conceptualize in your head. Like, how do you think that would sound like, to merge his type of, street hop genre and your type of, music genre? How do you think it works?
I feel like we could come to a good song structure, and me being humble about which parts I'm not killing as well, and putting him on a part of the song that he would do best.
Nice. So away from sonically, how about a persona, like your two personalities? Because those are like two separate personas, Portable, Bloody. Yeah. Like, have you pictured that at any point?
I've not really thought that far ahead. I just like his music. But yeah.
Okay.
So you actually listen to Portable?
Yes. In a kind of on the radio, I don't skip it kind of way.
Okay.
But in my at home, probably just like a few times.
Okay. I think I understand now.
Have you seen his Instagram videos? Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I should be winking at you, but my shades are on. I should be like, you're not like that.
Real skills. Leave her alone.
I don't let that go.
But then it's crazy that we're about to wrap this up, and then we didn't even find out the one thing that we said we're going to find out when we see her, which is, why did you decide to go by the name Bloody Civilian?
Yeah.
Why?
So it's just inspired by where I'm from. Up north, there's like a lot of military violence, and I have this thing for like taking back names. So I basically gave myself that name. At the time I did it, I wanted to low-key be anonymous, but
circumstances like what? This is interesting.
Tell us about.
So what made you change?
I know it was just like everybody around me was just fighting about that saying, "Oh, you can't push music without having your face with it," and I was just like,
I think that's
so weird. We grew up listening, like I grew up on not even just that, like as a I guess 90s Gen Z kid. I grew up listening to like Phil Collins and all these people, and it wasn't like as visual based.
Yeah, it was just that,
about how
the sound that they created.
And this is the type of music that really inspires me, stuff that you can listen to for years after you're gone. So I definitely did not like that part of how things are going.
I mean,
we're in the TikTok era. So
yeah, if her could not even maintain the anonymity.
No, like she pulled it off. She blew up even with the anonymity.
Yeah, but like she didn't sustain it.
Like, she decided not to sustain it.
I feel like that same reason she didn't sustain it is why they didn't let you do it.
I think it was
because they probably told her that eventually,
like, you can't hide this fine face.
Exactly.
It's too fine to be
exactly.
Like, nah, like, you know what I mean. But I wish we could go on and on. We got tons.
Seriously, we should do this again.
We got to do this.
But did you think that you were gonna trend as much as you did when the EP came out?
No.
So it was shocking to you in a way.
Somewhat.
Somewhat. I mean, the part of it that is humble, they shan't say it was shocking, but the part of it that knows what you're doing, like, yeah, well, of course they will feel it.
You know what, when I said, like, if you don't do it, you see There's no proof you tried.
Yeah.
But I tried my
explain
best.
yourself to everybody.
I
like
tried
you
my
said.
best. I did what within my power I could.
And you feel fulfilled with
I
your
feel fulfilled.
you should because it's a very, very solid
Yes,
body of work.
it
There's
is,
nobody
it
who
is.
would hear it
And not fall in
yeah,
love with
there's
it.
no one.
Man, how do people connect with you as we get to round this up? Time is not a friend. Like I said, we have a billion plus one questions, but we gotta cap it up at this point. If people want to connect with you on social media, how do they get to do that?
You can follow me pretty much anywhere by searching Bloody Civilian or by the handle at bloody__CIV.
Okay, that's bloody __ CIV, which is civilian, short for civilian. Then of course, the EP is out everywhere, every platform right now. Apple Music, Spotify, guys, go check it out. Boomplay, Tidal, wherever you get music, Audio Mag, go check it out. It's an amazing body of work that will blow your mind and you fall in love with this amazing talent right here with us. Let's get back to more music. We're staying in the building all the way till 2 p.m. 7 the Dopest Weekday Show in the land.
Thank you for joining us, Bloody C.